In this chapter, we are going to look into the applications of life insurance, where all life insurance can be applied. The first one is a Married Women's Property Act. This is what we call as MWPA. Okay, Married Women's. That is as per Section 6. You can check this in your answers. The 6 of Married Women's Property Act 1874. Okay, provides a security for benefits for wife and children. It's taken for wife and children, and it also provides the creation of trust. That is Section 6 of Married Women's Property Act 1874. Creation of trust, and who can be, if I see, I'll take it to an example how it works. You have an husband taking a policy. Example, have a husband taking a policy. Okay, husband is taking a policy. He will be the life insured, and he can put either his wife or children. Okay, either wife or children or both can be they become the beneficiary. Okay, they become the beneficiary, and along with this, what he is supposed to do is he is supposed to put a trustee. Okay, trustee can be more than one person, and also it can be an official trustee like a bank. Okay, and remember, trustee can be changed anytime. So once it is done, this is converted into a trust. The entire policy becomes a trust. So what happens even when claim comes, even it's a death claim or maturity claim, okay, it will be paid to the trustee, and trustee has to pay it to the beneficiary. So here what happens, that there is no role for a husband, he has to only pay the premiums. Why this is taken is, this is to ensure that to safeguard the beneficiaries, that is your wife or children, so that I can ensure that the money goes to the beneficiary. Okay, in a normal policy it can be attached, whereas in this policy this cannot be attached by any legal proceedings. Okay, the claim money shall be paid to the trustee, and they cannot surrender. Remember, this policy cannot be surrendered or assigned. Okay. Next we have is keyman insurance. Keyman insurance is nothing but it's taken by a business firm on the name of the employee. Who is a keyman? Keyman can be an important person in this organization. It can be more than one employee also. Okay. So what happens is, for example, if I have a person who is contributing more than 30% of my business, I'm giving an example. If something happens to him, there is a huge loss for the organization. So the organization has to hire a person and replace him, and there is a cost involved. So in such circumstances, they can have a keyman insurance on the name of the particular employee, and it can be only a pure term plan. Okay, under keyman they can have only pure term assurance. Okay, only pure term assurance can be taken in keyman. No return of premium, anything. Now, on what basis we provide the coverage is based on the profit. It's not based on the income, it is based on the profitability of the company. Okay, it's based on the pure profitability of the company is where the sum assured is decided on this policy. It's not based on the income. And the third one you have is MRI, that is mortgage redemption. That is what talked about decreasing term insurance. Okay, this is where you can use to repay the loans, housing loans. Okay, so this is a brief of applications. Now let us come into pricing. Okay, what is premium? Pricing is nothing but is the premium is what we call as the price, and it's called the consideration as per the contract. Now premium is basically fixed on major factors, which is going to be the age. Depends on the age, it depends on the sum assured, that is the amount of coverage you take. Okay, and the policy term. Okay, these are the major factors through which the premium depends on. See, age, because as age increases, premium increases. Okay, because you know that once age increase, premium also keeps increasing, because as a risk increases, the premium increases. Now, when it comes to sum assured, based on sum assured also, when sum assured increases, the premium also increases. Why? Because you have a high premium you have to pay. Risk is higher. Similarly, when policy term, when policy term increases, the premium, the premium will decrease. Remember this. When policy term increases, the premium will decrease. Similarly, whenever there is a change in interest rate in the market, whenever the interest rate goes up, when there is an interest rate going up in the market, automatically the premium will get reduced. So under two circumstances your premium gets reduced. One is at the time of two circumstances the premium gets reduced. One, when your policy term goes higher, and when your interest rate, when your interest rates, not rate, I'll put it as interest rate. When interest goes higher, that is nothing but the returns part. That also goes higher, the premium will also. Now premium, policyholder can pay the premium, number of ways. It can be single premium, level premium, and flexible premium. Flexible is only available with certain types of non-traditional products. Premium is mostly going to be level premium only. Now let us see what is the components of premium. When it comes to premium, there are certain things there involved. One is mortality. Mortality is there to cover risk. It's there to cover the risk part. And interest is there to take the returns part. We are supposed to pay back the amount, so it is returns. Bonus, this is in case of policies with the bonus. I have mentioned that with bonus there will be with bonus loading. Or else without bonus means this will not be available in those policies. Then this is expenses. So major components are these things when it comes to policy. Same like every product. See, for example, you take any product in the market, they have a price. You take a toothpaste. So for example, a 100 gram toothpaste is charged around 30 rupees per gram for 100 grams. Now what are the costs? Advertising cost, packaging cost, material cost, retailer, wholesaler. Similar is a life insurance. These are the parts of a premium when it comes to a life insurance policy. Now they have different components. Office premium or gross premium. These both are almost the same. Office premium or gross premium is the premium actually is paid by the customer. This is the premium which actually the customer pays. This is what we speak to the customer. So basically insurance for the basic premium is going to be risk. This is number one. Basic one is risk, which is taken to cover your risk part. It's mortality plus sum assured. When you cover your risk, when you cover your risk plus returns, R&R, risk plus returns, it becomes net premium. It is risk premium plus interest earnings. That is called net. And the final one plus your expenses. So when you put it as simple as this, risk means it's nothing but it's only mortality. When mortality is risk, when you add a returns, it becomes net. When you add expenses, it becomes gross. This is the premium what actually we speak to the customer. Now mortality has been higher as mortality increases. When age increases, mortality increases. When your health, when there is a problem in your health, also your mortality increases. Based on your occupation, your mortality increases. Whenever there is increase in risk, it can increase with your age, with your health, with your occupation, the type of job you take up. So under these circumstances, the premium can go higher. Now higher the interest rate assume, lower the premium will be, and longer the policy term, lower the yearly premium. Now there are certain places where you get a rebate. rebate is given on two circumstances. One is on sum assured. High sum assured, you go for high sum assured, you get rebates. Then where you get rebates is mode. Mode I will tell you. See, mode, you have different modes of premium. You have yearly, you can pay premium yearly, you can pay half yearly, you can pay quarterly, and you can pay monthly. Okay, these are the different premiums. You have half yearly, yearly, half yearly, quarterly, and monthly. Now, what is a rebate? I will tell you. Suppose there is a premium, you are supposed to pay 12,000 a year. Okay, when it comes half yearly, it is supposed to be 6,000, but the company will charge 6,100, extra 100. Quarterly 3,000, but they will charge 3,150 approximately. It differs from company to company. 1,200. Sorry, instead of 1,000, they charge 1,200. So comparatively, when you pay yearly, it is low. When half yearly, it is 200 rupees higher. That is, instead of 12,000, you pay 12,200. You pay. Quarterly, you pay again higher. It becomes 12,600. So there is a mode rebate. Okay, there is a rebate for mode when you pay on a yearly mode. Okay, if you look in this direction, it is a mode rebate. This is, if you go like this is a rebate for you. And if you come this side, if you look, it's a loading, extra loading will be done. Why we are doing that? Because to meet the expenses for renewals and other things. Okay, extra loading, net premium, administrative, medical expenses, processing, everything gets attached. Then guiding principles, whenever company fixed premium, they have to look adequately whether all the expenses and margins has been covered, and ensure that every product has to be equitably covered and competitive. The premium has to be competitive also. Okay, adequate, all expenses company, adequacy, equity, depending on the type of plant term, everything has to be covered. The payout has to be given. Competitiveness is with competition. When you compare, then it should be on par with competition. Okay, now we talked about those things, and just quickly I will take you through also bonus. As mentioned earlier, bonus is nothing but surplus. Okay, surplus is what we call as bonus. When life insurance company is expected to undertake periodic valuation, okay, every year they do a process which we call as valuation. Out of these assets minus liabilities, you get a surplus. That is a surplus. Profit, if they are asking question, they will ask, is it out of profit? No. So bonus is not out of profit, it is only out of surplus. Okay, surplus is nothing but assets minus liabilities. Now when it comes to entering the value of assets, okay, whenever we enter the value of assets, whenever we purchase an asset, it will be always as a book value. Okay, whenever we purchase a car, okay, it will be on book value, on the MRP or the book value purchase. Now when you enter the current price of that car, it will be based on the market value. Okay, any asset which is taken the current value, it will be a market price. So book price is the purchasing price and market value is the current market price. Okay, discounted present value, discounted price is nothing but looking into the future value concept. Okay, looking in the future benefit of this product, we used to discount that. That is what we call as discounting. See, for example, in future, if you have 25 lakhs, we will discount that with 5%, so kind of the current present value of the product. Okay, so for example, I will tell you, now take a car. I will tell you what is a car. You have a taxi. Okay, you have a taxi. Now when you purchase the taxi, it will be entered at book value. Okay, when you purchase, it will be book value. Now when you currently when you look out, if you want to sell, okay, you will consider it a market value. Am I right? That is the current value. That is how you enter in your books. So if you look into books, it will be entered only at market value. Post depreciation will take in market value. Now what is discounted present value? See, I have a taxi which if it is running for next 5 years, okay, if it is going to run for years, this is going to produce a revenue for me. It's going to create a revenue. So when I make a cost of this product, when I take into calculation the present value, I have to take the current market price and also take into consideration the revenue which that is going to be producing. Okay, that is what we call as this. Then bonus, as I mentioned, there are 3 types of bonus: simple, reversionary, compound, and terminal. Reversionary bonus is nothing but bonus declared out of sum assured. Okay, bonus is based on sum assured, and remember one thing, it differs from person to person. Okay, it's not equitably distributed. Proportional distribution is bonus, because suppose a person has 50 lakhs sum assured, he will get bonus for 50 lakhs, and someone is getting 10 lakhs, he will get proportionally bonus for that 10 lakhs, for example 5%. So he'll get 5% of this, he'll get 5% of this. Okay, simple, simple. Compound means bonus on bonus, compounding interest. Terminal is one time, it is paid at the end of the policy term.